Ways, Mr. Pays. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kidding. Kinda got a pretty good idea what's going on right now. I suppose. Just listen to some country music, you know, type of stuff that Southern folk listen to. But yeah, there's this girl that I talked to in the elevator. I could keep going on with the voice. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know. But I could keep going on and on and on. Oh, really? How'd I do that? Dude, what the fuck? Those mergers are never that smooth. I just fucking blew my own mind. Crazy. Yeah, there's a girl in the elevator that I stopped the elevator for, and she's like, oh yeah, my name's so-and-so. I forgot her name. I know. Terrible of me. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I do sales. She's like, oh. Come on, person in front of me. Just go a little bit faster. Like, what are you fucking doing? This is insane. I need to move over one, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. Thank you, mate. I appreciate you, Ford. Oh, never mind. That's a fucking semi-truck also going. Which if a homeboy's going, I don't know what this other fucker's doing, dude. The lady's just like, that was, sorry. Holy fuck, you guys. Holy fucking fuck. Wow. Yeah. Shit, dude. Oh my goodness. I was just like, she could have just sped up just a little bit more so I could have moved over, but whatever. Besides the point, there's a girl in the elevator that was like, I heard her running when I got in the elevator when I was leaving from work. And I just like stuck my foot out in order to close it, like make sure that the door stayed open or whatever it was. And she's like, oh, that was a good save. And I was like, yeah, I would have been willing to lose the foot or whatever it was for you. She's like, oh, that was nice of you. I was like, yeah, it was fun, it was exciting. And then she's like, oh, what's your? She's like, I'm so and so. I'm like, oh, I'm Caleb. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Obviously, you didn't say it like that. Like, she was a lot more flirtatious and things like that. She's like, oh, what do you do? And I was like, oh, I do sales. How about yourself? She's like, oh, I think she said people management or something like that. And I was like, you enjoy that? I could have gone down a whole different route of the route that I did go down. And then afterwards, like we were kind of talking about on the way out, she's like, yeah, I like just being at home and working at home and watching the sunset rise in the morning and things like that. And I was like, yeah, no, that's always a fun little thing to do. Can't really do that here. So I'm like, I like getting outside and like having a conversation and whatnot, like outside. But my dumbass, maybe dumbass, I don't know. She was a lovely lady, but this is also maybe not a dumbass thing, and maybe this is where a lot of these like alpha male things that I used to learn about a lot, where they're like, you need to get the number, you need to get her out on a date and things like that, which you can, but it's also like you can just have a small little brief interaction like I did with her right there. It was just a small little thing. I may never see her again. But I was thinking about that. I was like, oh, I could have asked for her number and be like, hey, maybe you want to grab some lunch sometime or whatever it was. She was cute. Maybe not necessarily my type of person, but like having a friendship out of it could have been a solid play as well too. So I don't know, dude. There's maybe I should have asked for her number, maybe not. But like if I see her again, then maybe I will at that point in time. We shall see on that front. But other than that, dude, just going to the gym real quick. Get a little lift in. Telling people about how I got banned from Instagram beforehand because I was sending out too many DMs when I was trying to do a lot more coaching when I didn't have the job. So like they thought I was a bot, which I was not a bot. I was just sending out too many emails apparently. Which apparently not everybody likes that on Instagram. And I'm also trying to think as well too, more meetings, more closes, more, I don't know, overall sales that I can generate. In the meantime, I'm just kind of over here, you know? Just doing the things that I do, living the life that I live, trying to help out where I can help out. I guess we will go all the way over. I didn't think that this was going to stay open. This lane, usually where I'm at right now on the highway, usually doesn't... Yeah, see, that's... maybe I should have... Damn. It's okay. Come on. I'm trying to... Yep, you took my idea. Now I might be fucked. That's okay. Might be in the clear. No. Yeah, we're stuck here. Yeah, we got up a little bit further than normal, but I don't know, my guy. All I can really say is it's been a good week. Sometimes I want to stay longer at work and things like that, but it's also like the other day getting back home and I want to read my book. I'm reading Project Hail Mary right now, which is pretty good. So reading that, just started for like 2 chapters last night. Pretty good book so far. And then yeah, it's just the other day, like I didn't get home and like I did like an hour of cardio at the gym, and then I did there's this girl, a friend of mine, her and I, we were talking and chatting, and she's like, what are you doing today? And I was like, I'm doing arms, but I'm open to changing it, depending upon just like whatever it is. So she's like, oh, I'm gonna do cardio. I was like, all right, sure, I'll like walk with you or run with you or whatever it is. So I walked and ran yesterday. I did that for about 45 minutes to an hour. Did a little bit of arms, just some like skull crushers and bicep things. I'm realizing that the way that I'm structuring my life right now, where it is very structured, which is fantastic and I love it, it's only getting me so far. So I'm like, sometimes having some fluidity to it can also be very beneficial for me and what I do. Maybe this can also apply to yourself as well too, because I was always like, I have to go to the gym, I have to do this right now, like this is how my schedule is. But lately I've come to realize that it's okay to kind of let the spur of the moment take you wherever it may take you. Obviously, yes, still maintain structure and discipline and overall like some sort of order in a sense, but it is good to toss in a little bit of chaos from time to time. I found that to be somewhat beneficial. And then yeah, I didn't get home last night until like 7:45, 8ish or so. And then I still wanted to kind of chill out and relax before like starting the next day or whatever it may have been. So I made some dinner, which was really good. It was like smashed up some chicken, I grilled it, made some like little pasta thing as well too, which was really, really quite nice. Ate that. I think I watched maybe like I watched an anime, Sakimoto Days, watched that. Then I read my book for probably about an hour or so, and I went to bed. But it's like me staying at work until I think it was 5 yesterday, so it was like 7 to 5. So what is that? And I didn't take a lunch break necessarily yesterday. There's certain days where like beginning of the quarter, I'm always like back to back, meeting after meeting after meeting, and then as the quarter starts to progress, that kind of starts to shift and change just a little bit, where I still do have like meetings, but it's like this time it's not as much, which is possibly for a good reason. We'll see. But I also have a couple of deals that I believe should be able to close within the next month or two, not month or two, within the next week or two, which should be solid. And yeah, it's just staying at work that late until like 5 or so. I'm just like, dude, my work's done, met quota. Like I'm just chilling for a bit, and then we'll just kind of go on to the next one or whatever it may be. But yeah, it's also nice, like the people that I work with, I really enjoy working with them. And I think that's the part that a lot of people like seem to miss as well too, because everybody's like, you need to be an entrepreneur, you need to be an entrepreneur, you need to have your own business, run your own thing, and things along those lines. But it's like, if you enjoy the people that you work with and the conversations that you have with them, then it's like you're basically in the clear at that point in time. I don't know, that's just maybe more of a me thing than anything else. I don't know. It's just a different way of, I guess, doing things, I suppose. And everybody's all over here like looking at like these job postings and like things like that. And I get it. I understand, like you want to make sure that you're being compensated fairly. But I'm also like, and obviously their roles are different than mine, so it does change things a little bit. But I'm like, and I've talked about this beforehand too, having a solid base pay for like commission or for like your base, and then having a solid commission plan is great. That's where I'm like, I'm kind of in this realm of I want to sell more and I want to make more, but I also don't want to have the quota increase too much. So that's where I'm kind of like walking this fine line in a sense, which is simple enough, but that's where it's like having meetings and the energies that you put in and the conversation and the calls that you have as well too does kind of assist with that. And obviously I had a really big one close at the beginning of this quarter, which was super helpful, and I have a feeling the same thing will happen for the next quarter as well too, which just makes everything else on top of it is just like kind of like icing on the cake, basically, which is fantastic. But yeah, I just personally, it's fun to kind of go into the office and stay there for the full like 11 hours or whatever it may be. But it's also like, I would like to have a life outside of work as well too, even though the people that I do work with are really good people and I enjoy working with them. Like, if you guys are going to do sales by any means, I think having a smaller group of people is way better than having a larger group of people. Personally, that's just my 2 cents. Yeah, I don't know. Because there's also the aspect of like, hey, work on your own, do your own thing, like, which I still think is very valuable and beneficial. It's also kind of nice just having a paycheck that comes in as well too. And it's also realizing too that like, this applies to women and deals and friends as well. Like, if somebody doesn't like you, that doesn't mean that the next person that you talk to won't. Or like the first girl that you ask out is gonna say, like, if they say no, that doesn't mean that the next girl is gonna say no. She could say yes. It could also take you 100 different girls to get a date or whatever it may be. It's the same thing with sales. It's like, just because somebody's like, oh, we can't do this, doesn't mean that something else isn't going to come up. You know? It's always good to have a positive mental attitude. I don't know, have fun. You saw myself. I laughed at myself at the beginning of this video. I could have got pissed off, and maybe I was a little bit, but it's like, you just laugh it off. Move on to the next thing. So, yeah, fun stuff. Alright. I'm gonna keep my drive going. I don't want to keep this video too long, so I'll talk to you later.